In the other video, as I was talking about what's going on after my visit to Hawaii, I was talking about my book, and my friend had the book, and the other book I just put back my book. I found this book called A Course in Miracles. I heard this is a good book. I didn't know my friend had it. It looks like it's a huge amount of pages, more than 500 pages. I just opened up one part like this, and this is interesting, so I'm going to talk about it. I don't know the relationship to the rest of the book, but this is page 388. That's weird. So this book is not just this, it must be thousand pages or so. The page is different. With chapter 18, the passing of the dream. And the word that caught me is the word, it says, I need do nothing. I like that. I do something, but I like to do nothing. I spend time to do something, 1/3 of the day. 1/3 of the day, I don't do anything, almost, but having fun. And the rest, another 1/3, is the chores and preparation and whatever need to be done. So this captured my eyes, do nothing. I don't know if you have learned the pleasure of doing nothing. It's like going back to a childhood. But anyway, I like this, so I start to read just one paragraph above and then 1 or 2 paragraphs below. So I'm going to read this for whatever it is worth. So the beginning before that, I need do nothing, is this paragraph in chapter 18, 14 item. It is possible because you want it. The sudden expansion of awareness that takes place with your desire for it is the interesting appeal the holy instant holds. It calls to you to be yourself within its safe embrace. And these are the ideas that I feel like, I often say, be at the eternal state of home, kind of a feeling. Be yourself within its safe embrace, kind of resonate to that thinking. There are the laws of limit lifted for you to welcome you to openness of mind and freedom. So beyond the confinement of the mind is, I think, this is talking about. Come to this place of refuge, where you can be yourself in peace. My eternal home. Not through destruction, not through a breaking out, but merely by a quiet melting in. Yeah, you release it, you melt in your heart and body, and at the core is that eternal home. For peace will join you there, simply because you have been willing to let go of the limits you have placed upon love and joined it where it is and where it led you, in answer to its gentle call to be at peace. So I think I can relate and resonate to that sentence. It's a pretty good book. I think Eckhart Tolle recommended this, but I never had a chance. But my friend had it, and I opened it. I'm reading it. Then it goes to this chapter 7, or whatever, 7 out of chapter 18. I need do nothing. This is like acceptance. Just be, let go, the absolute state of being you arrive. I'm very sure about it. So anyway, let me read. I need do nothing. You still have too much faith in the body as a source of strength. What plans do you make that do not involve its comfort or protection or enjoyment in some way? This makes the body an end and not the means in your interpretation. And this always means you still find sin attractive. Sin or confined mind and ego related. No one accepts atonement for himself. This is Bible, so they use those words. No one accepts atonement for himself who still accepts sin as his goal. Anyway, you have thus not met your own one responsibility. Atonement is not welcomed by those who prefer pain and destruction. There is one thing that you have never done. You have not utterly forgotten the body. It has perhaps faded at times from your sight, but it has not yet completely disappeared. You are not asked to let this happen for more than an instant. Yet it is in this instant that the miracle of atonement happens. Afterwards, you will see the body again, but never quite the same. And every instant that you spend without awareness of it gives you a different view of it when you return. So, I think that's enough for me to read. I'm jumping into conclusion, but I'm guessing the intuition is that listen to your heart and body, not push them around, not ego-centered, with certain desire for your own benefit, because they suffer. When you don't do that, things open up. You connect to the source, to the core of your being, in samadhi, no mind, no self, and you are at peace. Why? There's nothing confining you. Your desire of coming from ego and the mind has a limitation. Whatever the limits that they talked about in this book, I don't know. But that's the kind of limit that if we are not aware, we put on ourselves, because the habitual pattern has developed. This is a way, and you follow that, and it confines, and you never let go to be mind-free. No mind, no self. Maybe. It's up to each of us to inquire, and that's the question. And for that question to raise, you stop what you're doing multiple times a day and just visit what's inside and what you can listen from the heart, what the heart is saying. It may be just silence, but in that silence, you feel comfort, feel at peace. If you do or not, I don't know. There may be barriers related to the habitual pattern that has developed and the orientation to instant gratification, drug, drink, whatever may take over, and then you get lost. You are gone. And then you realize what happened. And if you do realize what happened, that's the moment. That's at least one moment. It's better before that to happen to say, wait a minute, let me be still. Something is going on. Let me clear up my mind and then be quiet. But maybe after the fact or in the middle of the fact, you may start to think, maybe in the wrong direction I'm going to. And that happens all the time. I get confused and my table is mess. I don't know where things are, and I start to think, okay, where's my priority? What do I do? Breathe in, breathe out. Look around, look at yourself, open up your mind, just still. You may feel your heart breathing or inner body sensation, or just look around without thinking. And then your mind starts to settle its energy and diffuses its orientation so that you can access what's inside more. And maybe you notice it. I noticed the previous video, I watched a little bit at the beginning again, and I can tell at the beginning my voice was low and talking something, and as I talk more and finding this book, or my book, I mentioned New Shopflow, and then rereading, and then good stuff came back, empowerment. And that's the transition that can happen without the book, but being quiet. So, just a thought. And since I've got some time, I thought and also have this opportunity of reading this book. I like to open up just at random and pick a sentence or two and see if I can get it. Have a good day. May all beings be happy.